everybody, thank you so much for coming to part 2 of my tutorial. And to begin, I will be using the same crochet hook, which is a size G. And to get started, I will be making a simple slip knot. Okay, so next we are going to be working on the flower part of the hat. And to make a flower, we will begin by chaining up 40 chains. Okay, so next we are going to go into the second chain from the hook, that one. Then we're going to yarn over and do 6 double crochets into that same stitch. Next, I'm going to skip one stitch and then we will do a slip stitch, and then you can yarn over and skip one stitch, and then we will do 6 double crochets into that same stitch to create another little petal. And we will need to make 2 more of these little petals. So we will have a total of 4 little petals, and then we'll meet there. Okay, so next we are going to be working on our large petals, and we will begin by yarning over twice. Then we will skip 2 chains and go into that 3rd chain, and we will place 4 treble crochets into that same stitch. Okay, so once you've done that, then we are going to chain 3 chains, and we will just simply count down 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And that is where we're going to slip stitch. And then we'll just finish off our large petal by placing 4 more treble crochets into that same stitch. Okay, so once you're done with the 4 treble crochets, then we are going to count 2, and then we are going to slip stitch to that 3rd stitch. Next, I'm going to skip 2 chains, go into that 3rd stitch, and we will begin our 2nd petal. And you will need a total of 3 large petals, and the last one would be we'll be changing color to green. That way our little flower can have a little leaf. And we will just not finish our last treble crochet all the way, so we'll just leave the 2 loops on the hook like that, and then we will introduce our green color. Okay, next we are going to skip 2, and on that 3rd chain we will slip stitch and make our little leaf. And to do that, we'll be following the same pattern as the large little petals. So just continue with the pattern. The only thing different is the color. So yeah, 4 treble crochets and then the chain 3. Okay, then we'll count down 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then we will slip stitch, and then do 4 more treble crochets into that same stitch. And then we'll finish off by slip stitching to the end. So right here, I chained up too many chains for the flower pattern, but if you did it right, you should have enough chains for all the petals, and you shouldn't have any left over like I did. But yeah, just cut a really long tail on the purple color, and then the green you can just cut a small tail like that. So yeah, I like to leave the tail really long just because I can use it to sew the flower together and to sew it onto the hat later. So yeah, I'm just going to wrap the petals around until I like how it looks. And once you like how your rose looks, then you can just turn it around and grab your tapestry needle and I don't know, you could have sewed in your ends so that they don't get in your way, or you could just do it like I did, put them aside and just sew in all the little ends together. As you could see, I didn't sew that piece in, which is okay. I'm just gonna go in and go up to it and attach. Okay, so now we're gonna count 4, and right there, that is where we're gonna bury our tail. Okay, so next we are going to make a little knot in order to secure our yarn. And you can go ahead and make another knot. Okay, so next we're just going to attach our braids to the top part. And I'm just gonna do a very simple stitch. And next I'm just going to add my flower. This is one of the flowers that I didn't make a little leaf attached to it. And then we will begin working with the little tan piece of yarn that I told you to leave it really long in the beginning of the video. And we're just gonna use that string to make the little line to make it look like she has on two braids, you know, the little part line of the hair. So I'll just make a knot like that. And then we will just go straight across to the very end where our rose is and push it through to the bottom. Okay, next we will go inside of our hat and look for the little knot we made and just attach to that. So you can see my little yarn is a little bit too short, but yeah, just tie another knot to it and that should be ready. If your tail is longer, you could just sew it in. I just let mine's like that. It's not going to show anyways, so yeah. So next we're just gonna glue the eyebrows on with some E6000 glue. And I'm just using some felt that I cut up. I'm just gonna glue it on. And you could just glue on your other eyebrow. And just like move it into place. And I just thought my eyebrows were a little bit too sharp, so I just rounded them off a little bit by just trimming off the little corners. And then I just grabbed my favorite little fabric paint, little poofy paint, and just make a little line for her little unibrow. And that's all, you guys.